Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Sorry?
Everyone. My volume was very low.
Okay. I'm actually going to put us on gallery. So I had a couple of my regulars say they're not going to be able to make it today. However, we have one of my old students who's been away who's would like to sign on for the first time today. And her name's Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
So she's getting registered, and I said to let you know that she wants me to be able to see her.
Sure.
So if you see a Mercedes, that comes up.
Yeah. Actually, in the webinar, everybody joins without me having to admit them.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So she
Oh,
can
okay.
join.
They have that option. They can see that.
Yeah. Anybody can join anytime.
And have me see them.
Yeah. Then I change them to panelists. So then you can see them.
Oh, I see.
That
Okay.
I have to do.
Good.
Okay. So I'll start it. We have 2 minutes, 1 minute left. So I'll just start it so everybody can join.
Whenever you're ready. Oh, my fidget's going on. Oh, jeez. That's Mercedes. Hi, Mercedes. So, did you get into the website? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to come in a little closer. And so I think we'll be getting started here in another minute or two.
Yeah. So I will start the video first.
Oh, okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you for attending this ConnecTogether event. During this event, we have automatic closed captioning available. Please go to the bottom of the Zoom meeting, click Live Transcript, and then Show Subtitles to turn them on. Before we begin, we'd like to take a quick moment to let you know how you can join an opinion research panel made specifically for British Columbians living with disabilities.
For 25 years, the Disability Foundation has been fostering meaningful experiences for Canadians with disabilities through outdoor recreation, social connectedness, innovative adaptive devices, and more. Today we are asking, how has the pandemic affected you? Help strengthen decision makers' understanding of your needs and experiences by joining an online opinion research panel consisting solely of people with disabilities and their caregivers. Make a difference in your community today. The Disability Foundation. Reimagine what is possible.
Did you know? Young adults with disabilities have a harder time getting hired. Break down barriers by sharing your story. Take our survey.
Okay, you can start.
Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a seated adaptive yoga practice. And so thank you for joining me. And so, as always, I would like to start by inviting you to find a comfortable sitting position. And so sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. But it's challenging for our nervous system to calm down if we're uncomfortable in our bodies. And then when you're ready, an invitation to take your hands to your heart center, maybe in prayer pose, if this feels okay for you. And then an invitation to take a moment to allow yourself to consciously enter into the present. And setting aside whatever was going on for you before the practice, for the duration of the class, knowing that you can come back to that after class. And then when you're ready, release your arms down by your side, and then shake your hands vigorously. So if anything I share with you today does not feel comfortable, if it doesn't feel right, skip it and come back to your breath. And so an invitation to challenge yourself, however, not to strain. And so when you're ready, begin to soften your gaze. Ground down through your sits bones, maybe sitting forward on your sits bones if that's available to you. Soften through your abdomen. Lengthen up through your spine. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Lift up through the crown of your head, and from here we'll transition into mindful movement. As you're ready, reach your arm up to the sky, and then slowly float your arm down. So a gentle movement, reaching up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. This time, let's add a gentle breath to the movement. On inhale, reaching up, full length of your inhale. On exhale, float your arm down, the full length of your exhale. It's as if on our inhale, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end point. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Release both arms down by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs to your knees, and we'll begin the movement on the other side. As you're ready, reach your arm up to the sky. And slowly float your arm down. Gentle movement, reaching up. Slowly float your arm down. So exploring adding a gentle breath to the movement on inhale, reaching up, full length of your inhale. On exhale, float your arm down, the full length of your exhale. So as if on our inhale, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end point. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Release both arms down by your side. And this time, let's reach both arms up to the sky. Take a look between your palms if it doesn't create tension in your neck, and then return your gaze on the horizon. Fold your fingers in, pressing into the palms of your hands. So there is a sensitive point in the palms of our hands, or maybe it feels okay to place your hands on the back of your head. And together we can shout out, I am, I can, and I will. And with a sigh of relief, float your arms down by your side. Shoulders up, back and down just a few times. And so from here, I'd like to invite you to bend your elbows. And we're going to begin with some wrist movements. And so extending and flexing your wrists. And then extend your fingertips and then curl your fingers. Extend your fingertips, curl your fingers. Extend your fingertips, curl your fingers. And then turning your fists up, deviate your wrists from side to side. And then moving into circles with your wrists. And reverse the direction. And then as you're ready, straighten your elbows, turn your palms face forward, bending your elbows. Turn your palms face forward, straighten your elbows. Palms face forward, inhale, reach up. Turn your palms face forward and release. Palms face forward, bend elbows. Palms face forward and release. When you're ready, roll your shoulders up, back and down. And then reverse the direction. And then maybe alternating from side to side. And so when you're ready, so you can imagine that you're swimming if you'd like. So arm movements. And then backstroke. And breaststroke. So reaching forward, palms together. Pressing away. And then side stroke. Oh. And switch sides. And then slowly coming out of the movement, do a little shake up. And take a moment, notice how's your breath. Notice any subtle sensations. And trust that the sensations are there. It's not going to be a rocket ship across the sky. And then when you're ready, release your arms down by your side and just kind of reaching towards the floor into a side bend. And then when you're ready, come back to a neutral spine. Rest your hands on your thighs and we'll come into a gentle twist. So drawing your hands in towards your hip creases. And come on back to a neutral spine. When you're ready, hinging from the hips, rock forward. And rock back up. So in your own time and rhythm, an invitation to keep this gentle movement flowing. So it's not about seeing how far we can go. We just come to that just right amount of effort and ease. And then as you're ready, come on back to a neutral spine. Release your arms by your side. Take a moment. Come back to your breath. So our old friend, our breath. And then palms face down or up. When you're ready, draw your hands in towards your hip creases. As you do, begin to turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. So it might be your eyes meet where the wall meets the ceiling. Be careful not to throw your head back. You'll know your head's back too far if it's difficult to swallow. And we'll stay here for a few breaths or as long as it feels comfortable. And then as you're ready, come back to a neutral spine. Drop your chin towards your chest. Let your shoulders round towards your front body, round your spine. On inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Drop your chin towards your chest. Let your shoulders round towards your front body, round your whole spine. On inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Drop your chin towards your chest. Let your shoulders round towards your front body, round your whole spine. And slowly come on back to a neutral spine. Take a moment and notice how that movement made you feel. And so an invitation to draw your hands in towards your hip creases. And we'll begin with we'll transition to movement that I like to call stirring the pot. So we'll circle forward, so moving from your hips and then circle back. So this movement can feel a little bit strange if you're not accustomed to it. So moving with our breath. And then move in the opposite direction. And so as you begin to feel your hips and lower back soften and release, see if you can go a little deeper. So bringing your shoulders towards your knees. Of course, we're not going to come all the way down. And then slowly make your way back to stillness. Release your arms by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs or your knees. And take a moment to let your breath settle. And so moving on, as you're ready, reach your arm, extend your arm in front of you. Draw it across through the front of your body. And then out to the side. Turn your palm face up with a soft bend in your elbow. Reach your arm up overhead. And slowly float your arm down. And we'll repeat the movement on the other side. So as you're ready, extend your arm. Draw your arm across your front body. Open up, taking your arm out to the side. Turn your palm face up. On inhale, reach up and over. Slowly float your arm down. So we'll repeat this movement one more time on each side. Extend your arm, draw your arm across your front body, extend out to the side. Turn your palm face up. On inhale, reaching up and over. And float your arm down. Last time, other side, reaching up, across, out to the side. Turn your palm face up and reaching up and over. And release. And again, shake out, wiggly fidgets. So you might have noticed I had my fireplace going today, so it's getting a little warm on the backside. So I can move in a little closer. And so let's actually rub our palms together, energize your hands, warm up your hands. And then just bringing your hands a few inches apart. See if you notice any subtle sensations between your hands. Might be a little heat, maybe nothing at all. And then take that energy from your hands and place it on your body wherever you feel like you're holding some tension. And let's do this one more time. So rubbing the palms together. And take your hands wherever your body's talking to you. And release. Nice. All right. So let's get into the practice to let go of some of the tension in our face. And so when you're ready, open your mouth wide. And release. This time, open your mouth wide, but see if you can bring your lips over your teeth. And release. And now I'd like to invite you to draw your facial muscles towards your nose. You just put into 11. And release. Make a soft fist and creating resistance. Bring your fist up to your jaw. So we hold a lot of tension in our jaw. Often bringing that in from one day to the next. And then switch sides. Bring a soft fist up to the middle of your forehead. Gentle pressure here. It's calming for our nervous system. Reach up and over. Place your hand on the side of your head. And again, create resistance. Other side. And then take your hands, if you can, interlace your fingers, place them at the base of your skull, and then press your head gently against your hands. So it might be that you're in a wheelchair, maybe you have a headrest, or you have a yoga buddy that you're working with today, so they can place their hands on the back of your head. And release. Shake out. And so when you're ready, reach across to the bottom of your ear, then tap down to your shoulder. Reach back, give yourself a pat on the back. Extend your arm out and then tap down along your arm. Hand, turn your palm face up, tap up. And other side, so tap from the bottom of your ear down to your shoulder. Reach back, give yourself a pat on the back. Extend your arm out, tap down along your arm. Turn your palm face up, tap up. When you're ready, bring your fingertips to your scalp and imagine that you're shampooing your scalp, your hair. A little Indian head massage. And then when you're ready, take your fingertips to the tops of your ears and then twiggle from the tops of your ears down to your earlobes. And then when you get to your earlobes, pull a couple times, tug. And so lots of acupressure points along our earlobes. So it's a good practice if you happen to get headaches. We'll just do that a couple times and release. When you're ready, bring your fingertips to your upper chest. So tapping in this area can be calming for our nervous system. And then leaning back in your chair if you'd like, bring your hands to your Buddha belly, massage your organs. So your liver, your stomach, soft Buddha belly. And then if you like, hinging from the hips, come forward a little, massage your lower back. You can reach up a little higher where your kidneys and adrenal glands live. They are close to the surface. So important to keep this area warm. And then as you're ready, sweep your hands forward. So inhale, left. Exhale, go. Inhale, left. Exhale, go. So let's continue sweeping across our thighs, our knees, maybe coming down to your shins if that's available to you, wherever you can reach comfortably. And then sweep back up. So let's practice this one more time. Sweeping down along your thighs, your knees, maybe reaching down along your shins, down to your feet if possible. And then sweep back up. So place your hands just a few inches apart, close your eyes softly. Or soften your gaze and notice any subtle sensations. And so maybe noticing as we inhale, things expand. And on exhale, things contract. Turn your palms face up. On inhale, reaching up to the sky. So maybe feeling a lightness. And then palms face down and grounding sensation. Turn your palms face up, reach up to the sky. Palms face down, a grounding sensation. Release your arms by your sides, spiral your palms open, inhale. So bring your arms up into gold pose or maybe up along your ears. Fold your fingers in. Or place your hands on the back of your head. And today, or this time, pardon me, we can shout out, we are. We can. I can't hear you. We will. And with a sigh of relief, float your arms down. We'll shake up. Okay. So moving on, let's come into the movements of the spine in a deeper way. And so I'd like to begin with cat and cow And I'm going to turn my chair sideways so that you get a better visual of actually what's going on with the spine. And you can stay looking forward, of course. And so if possible, bring your feet a little wider than the outer hip bone distance. So make sure your knees are in line with your ankles. Okay to have your toes turned out. And then with your hands resting on your thighs, draw them in towards your hip creases. So you might have soft fists or open palms. And so as you're ready, on inhale, arch your back. So we're lifting solar plexus or throat, shoulders back and down. And then on exhale, round your back. And so as you round your back, draw your navel in towards your spine. So we'll keep this going for a few breaths. So inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And so I'd like to encourage you to, as you inhale, so inhale, draw your hands in towards your hip creases. And as you exhale, slide your hands away. So in your own time and rhythm for a few more breaths or as long as feels comfortable, an invitation to keep this gentle warm up for your spine flowing. And so moving in a way that our breath and our movements become one. Then slowly finish up the movement that you're on. Come back to a neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side and rest your hands on your lap. And let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And so from here, let's come into a side bend. And so take hold of the underside of your chair, release your opposite arm by your side. Turn your palm face up, and then on an inhale, reach your arm up. So it might come into a bent elbow. Maybe it feels okay for you to reach up and over. And so whatever your pose is today, turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck and breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Slowly come out of the pose. And we'll come into it on the other side. So whatever we do on one side, we do on the other if possible. So taking hold of the underside of the chair, release your opposite arm by your side, spiral your palm open. On inhale, take your arm up to your place. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck and breathe into your rib cage. And slowly come out of the pose on this side. And take a moment, notice how that movement made you feel, how that pose. So often you'll hear me say we're not focused on what we look like in yoga. The diagnostic tool is how do I feel? So let's come into a seated twist. And so for this version, I'd like to invite you to place your hands together in prayer. Lift your elbows. Inhale, lengthen your spine. On your exhale, draw your elbow point down to your thigh. Lift your opposite elbow up and then turn your gaze up towards the sky or ceiling if it doesn't create tension in your neck. And then slowly come out of the pose on the side. Moment. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then as you're ready, draw your elbow point down to your thigh. Opposite elbow lifts up. Gazing up towards the ceiling. If that feels okay for your neck. So press into the palms of your hands. And come on back to your neutral spot. And release your arms by your side and take a moment. Ooh, feel your work. Okay, so let's come into another version of a seated twist. And so for this one, reach your arm, your hand across. Take hold of the outside of your knee or your thigh. Your other hand comes beside you on the chair behind you. If you're seated in a wheelchair, you might have a handle that you can bring your arm up and over. Notice how that feels. So if that feels okay for you, great. And so if you have bulging discs, osteopenia, osteoarthritis, this is your pose. You don't want to go any deeper than this. Otherwise, you may want to explore going a little bit deeper. So let's inhale, lengthen your spine. On exhale, going into your twist. So begin from the base of the spine up. Our head turns last. So soft Buddha belly, quiet breath. Slowly unwind. Take a moment and we'll come into the pose on the other side. So as you're ready, reach your hand across, knee or thigh, your other hand comes beside you or behind you. So you can see we're already into the twist at this point. So this might be your pose today, honoring where you are. Or you might feel you'd like to explore going a little deeper, in which case you can inhale, lengthen our spine, and then going into the twist a little deeper. Eyes are closed softly, focused inward, or soften your gaze. Slowly unwind, come back center. And so today I'd like to come into the pose one more time on each side. And so when you're ready, reach your hand across. Take your other hand beside you or behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. And see if you can resist the temptation to move your head to its full range of motion. Slowly unwind, come back center. Take a moment, and we'll come into the twist on the other side. So as you're ready, reach across. Other hand comes beside you or behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, beginning from the base of your spine, going into your twist. Head turns last. And slowly unwind. So let's rock and roll on. Inhale, reach up to the sky, and then going into your twist. Inhale, reach up, into your twist. Inhale, reach up, into the twist. Whoa. And then just come on back to neutral spot. Now we'll do a little shaker. And so I'd like to introduce a simple breathing technique called lion's breath. And it's a lovely way to help not only to energize, but to get rid of toxins. And so the way we practice lion's breath is with our hands on our thighs or knees. And imagine that you have feline pause. And so it's a nice inhale through our nose, of course, unless we're congested. And then on the exhale, the tongue comes out as far as possible onto your chin and our eyes roll up. And it looks like this. And of course, your claws come out. And so I'll practice it a few times. And so inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and one more time. Inhale, exhale. That's it. Okay. And so I'm thinking it might be fun to strengthen and energize a little more by coming into a nice seated version of sun salutation. And so when you're ready, make sure your feet are placed evenly on the floor, on your footrests. Your sits bones are sharp on the chair. Our spine is long, front body is soft, shoulders up, back and down. Lift up through the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, an invitation to bring your hands together in prayer pose. Release your arms by your side. Turn your palms face up. On inhale, reaching up into mountain. Take a look between your palms if it doesn't create tension in your neck, and then return your gaze on the horizon. Maybe bringing our hands together in prayer down through the heart. So tucking our chin in slightly gives us a little nerve flossing for our neck. And so as you're ready, release your arms by your side. Spiral your palms open, soft bend in your elbows, nothing rigid. Reach your arms up into mountain. So it might be that your arms come into goalposts. Maybe it feels okay up around your ears with your arms. Hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Release your arms down by your sides. Spiral your palms open. Inhale, reaching up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through the heart. As you're ready, hinging from the hips, rock forward. Take hold of the underside of your chair for stability. So forward fold. And then as you're ready, so I'm going to teach this for the first time online. So downward facing dog, reach your arms in front of you, extending through your fingertips. And then place your hands on your thighs. Lift up through the crown of your head, a little baby cobra. And then come on back to a neutral spine. Bring your hands together in prayer at the heart center. Release your arms by your side. Turn your palms face up. Inhale, reach up into mountain pose. Maybe your hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Gently twist to the side. Inhale, come back center. Gently twist to the other side. Inhale, come on back center. Release your arms by your sides. Spiral your palms open. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. So this time, if you'd like, and it's available to you, hug your knee in towards your chest and belly. And release. So take your hands into prayer, the heart center, arms by your side. Inhale, reach up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through the heart. So it's okay to lean back in your chair if possible. Hands interlace behind your thigh. Hug your knee in towards your chest and belly. And release. So let's bring our hands together. Heart center in prayer. Release your arms by your sides. Spiral your palms open. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. So let's practice one more round. So arms by your side, palms face up. Inhale, reach up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through the left heart. Hinging from the hips, come forward, take hold of the underside of the chair, forward fold. And then pressing down through the inner heels, reach your arms forward, downward facing dog. Place your hands on your thighs. Inhale, so arch. Lift up through the crown. And I think this time let's round our spine as we come out of baby cobra. Counter. Come back to neutral spine. Hands together, prayer, arms by your side, palms face up. Inhale, reach up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer, down through the heart. Gently twist to the side. Inhale, come on back center, twist to the other side. On inhale, come back center. Release your arms by your side, turn your palms face up. Inhale, reach up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through the heart. If you'd like and it's available to you, hug your knee in towards your chest and belly. So it might be that you visualize the movement today. Imagination is powerful. Place your foot back down. Bring your hands to your heart center. Release your arms by your side. Palms face up. Reach up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Other knee. Hug in towards your knee or chest and belly. Clasp your hands behind your thigh if that's available to you. And release. Hands come together in prayer. And take a rest. Okay, so a little shake up. Wiggly fidgets. So let's practice a breath called breath of joy. And so breath of joy is 3 inhales through our nose for sniffing, adding arm movements to that. And then the last, after the third sniff, inhale, it's a big exhale, drop. So we'll practice 3 rounds. So inhale, 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 and inhale, 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 and one more time. Breath of joy. Inhale, 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 and good stuff. Okay. So come on, seated back in your chair comfortably. And so, an invitation to place one hand on your Buddha belly, so the area between your navel and your pubic bone, your other palm on your heart center. And then to notice the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And then breathe in between your hands. And then reach one hand across to your armpit, place the other on your shoulder. Draw up your chin towards your chest, round your spine, and this is kind of like an I love me hug. And then when you're ready, placing one hand on your heart center and the other up on your forehead. And so I'd like you to notice which position of your hands felt loveliest and place your hands there. And release. And just a little shake out, and then an invitation to come seated comfortably back in your chair for a short guided meditation and your final relaxation. And so make sure that you have what you need to be comfortable in your chair. And so I always like to have a blanket close by, my favorite blankie. And so if we place a blanket on our thighs, a pillow, maybe a little bit of weight, can encourage grounding. And I'm told that it can also help with fatigue. And so always, don't take my word, investigate, notice how you feel. And then maybe rolling your shoulders up, back and down just a few times. And so for today's meditation, I'd like to share a practice with you called Mudras. And so Mudras are hand gestures, and they were created to help us focus our mind. And so this particular mudra that I've fallen in love with recently is called a mudra. It's calm abiding. The mudra of calm abiding. I love that phrase. And so what that looks like simply is palms face down on our thighs. And then maybe drawing your hands in. And then an invitation to close your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. You might want to explore bringing the tip of your tongue so that it rests just behind your top teeth. Or maybe letting your tongue rest at the bottom of your mouth. And so an invitation to look down and into your heart. See what you can see. And then visualize breathing into your heart. And so breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. So we'll sit and breathe together for a few moments. And so come into whatever comfortable sitting position you like. for your final relaxation. And so I'm just gonna turn the lights down a little bit. And so when you're ready, you roll your shoulders up, back and down just a few times. So not scrunching our shoulder blades together, but allowing your shoulders to melt away from our ears. Rest your hands on your thighs, palm up or down as desired. Close your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. And so, soft Buddha belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Soft palms, quiet breath. Allow your breath to breathe itself. Relax your jaw and clench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. Silently, if you like, on inhale, saying let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. It's challenging to quiet the mind, placing our hands on our Buddha belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. And without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body. Thank your body again. Our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, hands and feet, waking up. Rub the tips of your fingers with your thumbs if you like. And come on back up seated comfortably to finish up your yoga practice. Thank you. And so notice how you feel before and after your yoga practice. Questions or feedback, always love to hear from you. And so we'll spend a few moments and have a conversation. Don't I see a dog there? So, of course, we're practicing from home, so pets are more than welcome. I have a little rabbit. Yeah, so
that was lovely, Bobbie. Thank you.
Aw, thanks, Jane. I'm glad you
Yes,
enjoyed.
it was. Thank you. Yeah, that was my cat. I have a cat, two cats,
It's a
two
cat,
dogs.
not a dog. Okay, big cat.
Yeah.
Hey, Sherry, good to see you. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you. I had a weird week last week.
Oh, my phone. Suri is talking to me. Sorry. Suri is talking. Okay, sorry.
Thanks.
Yeah, Suri is.
Have
Have a nice day. Thanks so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
Good night. Bye, guys.
Okay, I'll end the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next week.
Righto.